What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tom Dark channel. I am your host, Tom Dark, and welcome back to the channel where I upload a lot and provide the most amount of content at all times that I possibly can. Alrighty, but this is actually a video, a video on YouTube that I'm making, that I'm posting, so let's not forget to do that part too.
Look at this photograph. Don't waste your time on me. You're already a voice inside my head.
Over my time on YouTube, I've seen a lot of YouTubers come and go, but one of the most confusing cases of a YouTuber leaving would be that of Diesel Patches, a channel with more than 1 million subscribers, a very loyal audience, and on the surface, no real reason to just stop posting. So what made Diesel so successful, and why did he leave?
Don't waste your time on me.
Something most people probably don't know about Diesel Patches is that he began his channel not as a commentator, but as someone even lower on the content totem pole. He began his time on YouTube as a cringe compilation channel. He would throw together clips of furries and other kinds of freaks that, are found out in the world, and he would basically put together these big compilations that people would watch and be like, oh, this is so cringe, this is so cringe, this is the cringiest cringe ever. And this wasn't even that long ago, relatively speaking. This archive of his channel is from February 10th of 2014, so 4 years ago now. And as we can see here, he had a very humble channel at this time, okay? A very homely, small, and down-to-earth channel with just 6,000 subscribers. Some of his most popular videos are titled Weeaboos in School Compilation, Weird People at Walmart Cringe Compilation, and even Amy Schumer Cringe Compilation. Now, a lot of these videos are presumably lost to time, but I did manage to find some of them, and they are, well, they're exactly what you would expect, I guess, from like a Walmart Cringe Compilation.
I'm just kidding. I got their permission.
I feel like this is probably an experience that everyone has had at one point. You take a trip to Walmart just to purchase a cooler for your cookout, and standing in your way is a troll, a goblin, and an entire troop of people tap dancing to the sound of a Three Doors Down song. Well, some of these videos did get significant views for Diesel, actually. As you can see, some of them have hundreds of thousands of hits. But there was clearly a piece missing. His ratio of total views to subscribers was pretty low. Usually if someone has a few videos over or near 1 million views, they'll at least have like 30,000 subscribers, right? But he didn't have nearly that. He only had 6,000. The issue here was that his personality was not in any of these videos. They were just compilations of internet autism. So there's no real reason to just watch his channel unless he makes the best, most amazing compilations of all time. And even at that, it's like there's only so much you can do by putting together a bunch of cringe, cutting it up into clips and putting it into like one big video, right? Therefore, there was nothing for anyone to attach themselves to. He needed to come up with some kind of more personalized content if he truly wanted to take his YouTube career to the next level. I imagine Diesel sitting in some dark bedroom somewhere in the Midwest was like, how do I get more subscribers on YouTube? Well, I guess I could use my voice, maybe that would work. So he started doing just that. But instead of reacting to compilations of cringe, he would just talk about some things he found funny over gameplay footage.
I've never actually done this before. After all the cringe I've been through, I've never had to make a response video. Until now. Lele Pons is the first to be worthy of a commentary. I guess the thing that bugs me the most about her is not the fact that she's incredibly unfunny, but the fact that she has nearly 6 million subs.
The video isn't like amazing, but he clearly had something to say. It wasn't scientifically informed, it wasn't like super well thought out, it wasn't a super well thought out like essay, but it didn't really have to be. It was just kind of an average internet guy expressing his feelings and opinions on something. In this case, that something being Lele Pons not being funny.
Still anyone.
Okay, I kind of get the whole soccer bit where they're hurting each other and it's like all pretend and stuff because soccer players usually pretend to get hurt and all that crap, but what the hell am I looking at? That's literally an orgy. Oh wait, I get it. It's funny because soccer players like to pile up on each other. I don't really watch soccer or any kind of sport, but is that what they usually do after they hurt each other? They just pile up on each other for their little orgy party?
This is something a lot of people would agree with, and so as a result, they would seek out and cling to others online who validated their opinions and can put their feelings into words. Diesel did a pretty good job of that, and it helped that he had a pretty memorable voice. He felt pretty genuine, and what was also cool about his videos is that he felt very amateur, and not like he was taking it too seriously. He was just posting whatever he wanted, whatever he felt, and not putting a ton of thought into making the most flashy or technically impressive thing possible. And there's certainly certainly an appeal to that. I mean, his videos at the time even featured gameplay from PUBG Mobile, a fucking mobile game.
Really, nigga?
And as I said, luckily for Diesel, he also had a pretty memorable voice, so that certainly didn't hurt his success. His trademark disaffected tone and demeanor would become a big part of his online identity going forward, and the Thomas the Train profile picture he had at the same time solidified that as he was trying to improve his content, he didn't take himself too seriously. Diesel had clearly found a formula that worked to some extent. He was getting a few thousand subscribers a day, and people were really praising his videos in his comment section as a breath of fresh air. There were a ton of annoying freaks on YouTube posting cringe, posting unfunny stuff, and he was there to be the counterculture. He kept posting videos making fun of people like King Bach, Amanda Cerny, and Lily Singh, all people who had transitioned from Vine and stuff like that to YouTube successfully, and were now spreading their unique brands of cancer through YouTube recommendations, which not everyone was happy about because all of these people are like unimaginably unfunny.
Now, I know Cody Ko made a video on this, but I was in the making of this video while he uploaded this. Cody, if you're watching this, probably not. I just want to let you know that I'm not copying you. Scout's honor. I just want to put food on my plate. So as we know, Lily Poons has kind of hindered on the comedic videos and has decided to work on music and shit.
His channel began to really pick up some steam, and by October of 2018, he had more than 100,000 subscribers. Pretty good numbers, not gonna lie, and he kept pushing to hopefully reach even greater numbers. His road to 200k would be pretty fast, but 300 would take until almost the end of 2019. Regardless, he continued posting, and the little slowdown didn't stop his long-term growth. It would be in the summer of 2020 that his channel really took off in a way I don't think he anticipated it would. In March, he had 400,000 subscribers, but by September, he had 700,000. He nearly doubled his channel size, and it wasn't slowing down anytime soon. Keep in mind, all of this pretty substantial growth, and, you know, obviously revenue, was all from posting kind of low-effort rant videos about whatever topic pissed him off that week, or whoever he felt was the best person to point and laugh at, which he did pretty well, all things considered.
Yep, we did a thing.
We did a thing. She even sounds like she's in 8th grade. This is gross. Why is this online? Why am I even watching this? Fucking middle schoolers touching peen out here. Like, I'm willing to bet this is the real Jake Paul. This is something he would do.
So, Diesel continued to succeed, but this is the point when I started to really take note of his channel. There were some videos I liked from him. You know, there were some videos where he was funny, but some of them were kind of, I don't know, ill-informed, not very well thought out, and I didn't like that. To put it bluntly, I had a lot of criticisms of some of his takes on subjects. He would often just kind of speak off the cuff, which can be fine, but I feel like he was not looking hard enough into the subjects he was talking about, and other times he would just kind of say shit like this. If Diesel wants to just make fun of Ian, that's whatever, but I don't think he should be able to pretend like his arguments are actually thought out or hold any weight when they just do not. He even says that he thinks Ian should break up with her, as if that's an actual criticism.
An appropriate response would be to call out his fake-ass girlfriend to break up with her and admit he was wrong.
And yes, I do think breaking up with her is the right thing to do. If you haven't noticed, she's kind of a toxic cunt.
I mean, God forbid you date someone Diesel Patches doesn't like. Then you're really gonna get it. And obviously not everyone believes what Diesel believes. Critical and some ordinary gamers had much different takes on the topic. But Diesel does have multiple popular videos about Ian with positive like to dislike ratios, meaning he's an important part of the discourse, and a lot of people see him as a voice for their perspective. It's so unfortunate that his voice is also fucking stupid. Like, goddamn Diesel. Literally saying he should break up with his girlfriend for for you. Kinda cringe. Not as cringe as Anissa herself, but pretty close. When I released a video talking about it and like criticizing him, basically Diesel messaged me and he was like, yeah, you know, that was pretty dumb looking back. Like, I don't feel that way anymore. And I'm glad he did say that, because otherwise I may have thought that, you know, he did feel that way and was just being like a fucking dumbass. And that is one thing I'm thankful for, right? Diesel was someone who was willing to own up to his mistakes when he made them. If he felt like he got something wrong, he came out and apologized for it. And if he didn't, then he would further defend the point and double down and like outline exactly why he still felt that way. For all of his faults, he was honest, which in retrospect is something I think I underappreciated.
Bongo, 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 I don't want to leave the Congo.
While Diesel himself was not the greatest researcher or the best editor or any of that stuff, his personality was unique and he was genuinely himself in his videos. He didn't pretend to have some opinion he didn't actually hold. If he had an opinion on something, he would say it, no matter how retarded it may be. Usually he wasn't this bad though. As time has gone on, I've really grown to appreciate his stuff more. You know that saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder? Well, that's really my relationship with the Diesel Patches channel. Not in like a gay way or anything though, promise. I basically think that in today's landscape, we kind of need someone like Diesel Patches to just be honest and sift through all of the annoying shit that is posted to this site every single day. He wasn't held back by things like social norms or what was cool or acceptable at the time, which on one hand made some of his takes bad, obviously. Some of them were like really out there. But in other ways, that was the real appeal to him. He was honest, if nothing else. Am I partially overanalyzing something that's probably kind of simpler than I'm making it out to be? Was he anywhere near as intentional as I'm making him out to be with his videos? Answer to the first question is probably, and the answer to the other one is probably he wasn't. Moving on, Diesel continued posting videos both on his main channel and his second channel, which is for movie reviews and called Weasel Batches. He made commentary videos making fun of cringe, posting little meme clips, and it seemed like for him everything was going pretty well. But eventually, uploads became fewer and farther between. He never really had a consistent upload schedule like some people do, where they post every day. But he did post pretty frequently, like a few times a week, until one point, when his uploads became very infrequent. In the end, there was a month-long gap where he just didn't make any videos, but people figured he would come back eventually, you know, feeling better, feeling inspired, and feeling like he wanted to make videos again. Until one day, he posted a video saying it was over. On February 25th of 2021, Diesel posted a video reflecting on his time on YouTube. He went over some of his most important dramas, he discussed some creators that he looked up to who had acknowledged his presence in some way, and talked about his current feelings on posting videos. You can tell from here that he doesn't sound super enthusiastic about continuing, and is clearly feeling pretty burnt out on everything, which he says. Not that his typical inflection sounds super happy to be alive either, but you can kind of tell what I mean from the video.
I will say, since I made my channel 3 years ago, I have changed my opinion quite a bit. I don't know, I feel like I took things a little too seriously when I first started out. For example, when I talked about the iDub situation, I asked him to break up with his current girlfriend in order to save his image, which is a pretty immature take. Like, it's not that fucking serious. Obviously, we can still make jokes about it, because the thought of Ian getting cucked by Big Black Tyrone is still hilarious to me. But all that aside, I've definitely had more ups than downs on this channel. The main one being, I've made a shitload of money just by talking into a microphone. Still kind of boggles my mind, honestly. Lazy content prevails. As a bonus, I got to interact with a lot of creators I grew up watching. My first big one being PewDiePie.
We also have Diesel Patches, a great channel that calls out a bunch of bullshit on YouTube. If you like that kind of stuff, check him out.
So he decided he would take a little break from YouTube. 1 day went by, 2 days went by, 3 days went by, a week, 3 weeks, and for some reason he'd still not posted anything. His viewers commented that they missed his videos and wanted him to come back, but he was seemingly just gone. 2 months later, on April 1st, he posted another video to his channel talking about the fact that he really was just tired of making commentary videos. Here, he sounds like he wants to rope himself even more than in the last video, which is a depth that only the most doomerest of doomers can aspire to doom to. And here, he says that he's leaving his channel, but he'll probably be posting on his second channel.
So, a month ago, I uploaded a video saying I will take a break and then come back to this channel when I feel like it. But now, I'm done with school. But most importantly, I got a job. Yippee. So, what does this all mean? Well, as I've said in my last video, I've been pretty burnt out. I thought taking a break for a month would help with that. But if I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really into making this type of content anymore. Shit's been fucking dry as hell lately. Like, what do I even talk about anymore? In terms of bad YouTubers, I pretty much covered everyone I wanted to talk about. And even if there was someone I wanted to make a video on, it's stale to me now. I'm not really into this type of content anymore.
The comments are filled with people saying that they miss him and wish he would continue posting. But it's not like he would be gone forever, right? Well, he didn't really post to his movie review channel after this either. The guy had finished college, moved on to a real job, and now seemingly no longer cared about any of the stupid commentary bullshit. Later, SunnyV2 would post a video where he kind of interviewed Diesel and talked about why he left, which was a pretty good video.
This removes one possible theory being that there was a lack of financial incentive for Diesel to continue YouTube, or even that YouTube wasn't paying enough. In the 12 months leading up to the point at which Diesel would quit, his channel gained a total of 146 million views. Many of his videos have been copyright claimed, so let's take maybe 30% off 146 million and call it a square 100 million monetized views. Then let's use an average commentary channel ad rate of $2 to $4 per 1,000 views, equivalent to $2,000 to $4,000 per million views, which equates to between $200,000 and $400,000 per year in ad revenue alone.
In a way, looking back at that video he posted before his initial break, it kind of felt like the end of an era, and maybe I could have seen it coming that he would just end up leaving. He was reflecting on everything he had done and seemed to have realized that he just wasn't having fun anymore and had said everything he wanted to say. He had done everything he wanted to do. And at that point, why drag it out any longer, I guess?
I still plan to upload videos on this channel, but my uploading schedule is not going to be as frequent because I'd like to focus more of my attention not just on school, but also on my second channel. So I'm not quitting, but I am going to slow it down a bit. So there is the possibility I'll be taking out the algorithm for this channel, and you know, that's actually fine with me. I've already hit 1 million, so there's not really much else to look forward to.
So now he's gone. One more commentary channel who leaves the internet. Although at least this time it was his choice, it was on his own rather than being deleted off of the platform. Who knows if Susan would have let him stick around that much longer anyway if he kept making jokes about sensitive subjects and going after people. It's obvious that in recent times, YouTube has taken a kind of dislike to drama type content, so I don't know if he would have lasted like a ton longer, but you know what? He had a pretty good run for what it's worth. For some people, it can be hard to imagine a world where being a YouTuber is not the best job ever, but maybe, just maybe, sometimes the people who experience it realize they would rather spend their time being, being normal. He didn't start the Diesel Patches channel as a career. He started it as a way to talk shit online. Hell, in the beginning, he was barely trying. It ended up turning into a pretty good source of income, though. He was making tens of thousands of dollars every month from just making dumb videos about Pokimane or whoever else. And as we mentioned before, it's not like these videos were very high effort or anything. They were just really simple shit-talking videos that I doubt he even researched at all. If I had to guess, he probably just saw something happening based on a few clips and headlines, took some knowledge he already had on the subject, thought about if it was interesting, and then decided to just talk about it, a few times a week. And it worked out. So for the work he was doing, the output was absolutely insane. But in the end, he just got burnt out at a point when it was no longer enjoyable. Meanwhile, he also had a job lined up, so it was just kind of convenient. Diesel decided to just leave. He's still sort of around, he's commented on videos before, like mine, which is cool and I appreciate it, but it seems for now his enjoyment of actually making that kind of content has waned to the point that he just doesn't want to participate in it anymore. So maybe I should just be glad he was around at all, rather than bitter that he left. Although Diesel, if you want to play Minecraft sometime, buddy, you have my Discord, feel free to shoot me a DM. Diesel, please come back and sacrifice your own personal enjoyment for the good of the people. You will be rewarded with approximately 100 shaved, sexually ambiguous virgins for your troubles, shipped directly to your home. Please, just do it for me. Anyway, that about wraps up the Diesel Patches story for today. If you guys liked the video, be sure to leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. And hey, drop a comment down below with your thoughts on all of this, as it's always good to hear what you guys, girls, and freaks, and mutants, and fucking rats have to say about all the stupid shit I talk about. I appreciate all of your support on the Minecraft video I did with Meowba. If you liked it, be sure to give it a like and share it around, I guess, and all that stuff, but
it's truly more sus than a character from Among Us.
regardless, thanks for commenting on all my videos and stuff like that. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.
Turning things into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibi.